Welcome in to the USL PRO Weekend Review. My name's Nicholas Murray, very pleased to be joined by David Wagner as we take a look back on the past weekend's action in USL PRO, starting off at the StubHub Center Track and Field Stadium where the LA Galaxy 2 and Sacramento Republic played to a 1-1 draw. Now, Republic FC, it was their debut. Justin Braun, their marquee signing this offseason, scored the first goal. Galaxy 2 were able to peg them back late with a goal by Chandler Hoffman, but this really has the makings of a burgeoning Northern California, Southern California rivalry.
Yeah, two good sides. We saw last week, obviously, LA Galaxy came out. They were very organized. They played well in week one. Still showed some great glimpses in this week as well. We also saw that Sacramento is a very good team. They went on the road, first game ever, franchise history. Obviously, everyone's been building up to this moment for so long in that community now. So great to see them finally out there. They showed well. You know, there's a lot of question marks what's going to happen. It's a new franchise, but they showed well, and they got a point out of it, which is, you know, a pretty good ask given it for they played a team that played very well in week one, and you're on the road.
Yeah, very good performance by Jake Gleason on loan from the Portland Timbers in goal, made 5 very big saves. But the biggest thing for me was it was really great to see the traveling support that went down from Sacramento. Really great to see the Tower Bridge Battalion out in force to support their team in its inaugural contest.
Yeah, I spoke with some of the management of Sacramento on Saturday night, and they were telling me the support that traveled down, how excited, how fantastic it was, and it showed. You could hear them. So definitely a fantastic start for the team.
Well, we switch now over to Orlando and Pittsburgh, who also played to a 1-1 draw on Saturday night. Now, David, I know you were at this game. It was a very even contest, very good showing, I thought, by the Riverhounds in their first outing of the season. Obviously, 2013 MVP Jose Angulo opened the scoring before Luke Bowden equalised. Maybe a little bit fortunate for Orlando, given the circumstances, the collision in the penalty area. But what was your overall impression of the Riverhounds and their newly revamped lineup?
Yeah, I thought it was a very good start for the Riverhounds. Look, they came in, they were very organized. Obviously, whenever you're going to play Orlando, you know they're going to be coming at you in waves offensively. So they came in, they stuck to their game plan, they were organized, solid in the back. Great goal by Angulo, who we know can score by the bucket loads. And they were able to get a point out of it, but you're right, a little, you know, they might have some claims there, a little hard done. Obviously, a little collision with the goalkeeper. We hope he's going to be okay going forward, but it's a tough situation to give up a goal on a play like that.
Definitely is. As far as Orlando is concerned, 2 games, 2 draws so far. It seems like they're creating chances. It maybe just needs a little bit more time before those chances start going in for them.
I think so. I think they weren't quite as sharp as they'd like to be in that game. There's no doubt in their ability to possess the ball and move it forward, but at times there were some gaps and some holes, some places where, as you saw Orlando moving forward, maybe you'd like that extra forward or that forward dropping a little bit, or that midfielder pushing up into space. A lot of times there's a big gap between the midfielders and the guys up top. So as they go on in the season, you know that they're going to evolve and progress. So there's a lot of things that I'm sure they'll be fine-tuning, or Adrian will be working on this week.
Well, the game that we did see some really good quality finishing in was also on Saturday night, as the Charleston Battery and Richmond Kickers played to a 2-2 draw. 2 really nice goals by George Davis IV on his debut for the Kickers, 2 very well-taken headers by Jared Van Schaik and Amadou Sanyang for the Battery. This was a really classic game in what is a classic rivalry.
Yeah, well, obviously Richmond started off undefeated again this year. It wasn't quite the 3 points that they were looking for, but we know George Davis can score goals in this league. Came out and proved it again. New place for him, but, you know, still the same result. Some great goals, really entertaining match whenever these two teams get together. Such an old rivalry. They'll be in it all season. They're always going to have competitive sides, but good start for Richmond. Again, on the road, but getting a point is valuable.
Certainly was. And game's final game of the weekend also saw some very good quality goals by the Red Bulls reserves against the Dayton Dutch Lions. Now, Dayton, I thought, played pretty well in the first half. Matt Williams made some very good saves for them to keep them in the contest. And it seemed like the last 20 minutes or so, Matt Walker came off the bench, sparked them to life. They lost 3-0, but I think there may be some positives that they can take away ahead of this Friday's game against Charlotte.
I think so. We got a lot of new faces on this Dayton team. Obviously, it's been tough getting a real good preseason in this year with some of the weather that's occurred up in the Northeast. So I know they'd like to have some more matches underneath their belt probably at this point. But you come out, play a very experienced team. There's a lot of guys with some good experience in that Red Bull team that were out there yesterday. Get your feet under you, go into next week and improve from there. But they definitely have a lot of talent on that side for sure.
Definitely was exciting to see for the Red Bulls aspect, a guy like Eric Stevenson stepping up, former Sounders FC U23 player. Maybe there's a chance that with the words Mike Pecchio was saying after the first team match, maybe he gets to look at the starting lineup for the Red Bulls. Also, as a side note, very nice to see former Super Y League player Malcolm Dixon, just turned 17, from the New Jersey Rangers, now part of the Red Bulls Academy, make his first appearance, I believe, for the reserve team. Very exciting for him.
Fantastic for him. Obviously, a great opportunity to come out and get in a real competitive match like this. The opportunity that it provides playing these USL Pro crossover games is fantastic for these guys.
Well, the Red Bulls took victory. We had 3 draws elsewhere. We hope you've enjoyed this look back on the weekend's action. But for David, my name's Nicholas. Thanks for joining us.